What's up guys, Tommy Bennett here, and in today's video, I'm gonna take you guys through the progression from the smallest feature to the biggest feature and how to hit it. Also, I wanted to give you guys kind of a little secret. You can come to Copper and you can ride this whole park for free, 100% free. As long as you have your gear, you go downstairs, you sign a liability, and you can hit this park for free, which is the sickest thing. So make sure you tell your friends about that. So we're gonna go down, get our liability signed, get our passes, and we're gonna come back up here and we're gonna hike, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to progress from the smallest features to the largest. All right, let's get it. We just hiked up back to the top of the park, but there is no better way to help you progress from the beginning features down to the most advanced feature than actually going through it in real world. So I got my wife here, Natalie, and essentially this is what? Tell me about it. When's the last time you went snowboarding?
Like 3 years ago.
All right, so it's been 3 years since she's actually snowboarded. This is the first time she's snowboarded all season. So I'm gonna take her through like a nice warm-up progression. I'm gonna help her just get into the park and ease into it without just going ham and trying to get wrecked, right? That's not what we're about. We're about trying to progress and have the sickest time ever, right?
Have fun.
All right, guys, so we're actually walking inside. We're gonna make sure they have this like sick little hut. This place is so cool. So they got like a little bit of a warming hut. It's kind of echo in here, but essentially what we have like a tool shed here. We got a little place to chill, and then we got our rules. The rules essentially mean you gotta hike it, you gotta maintain it yourself because it's kind of like a backyard setup. Obviously, in your backyard, you don't have somebody raking your stuff, so you kind of gotta do it yourself. So, all right guys, this is pretty dope. I'm pretty excited about this. So it's been about 3 years since she snowboarded, and we're gonna work our way through. I don't wanna have her just start going ham, so I actually have her hiking up to do a couple turns. She has literally not snowboarded in 3 years. So she's hiking up, doing a couple turns, feeling out her board, and then we're gonna get into some park and start with the smallest feature. You are looking for a feature where you can ride on, where it doesn't take anything more than just staying still and riding. That's the jam. Your first time in the park, or your first time ever riding park in general, you wanna just go hit a ride-on feature. There are some more advanced features out there for sure, and we will get into that. So, like I said, I have her hiking up here.
That's a good idea. I did a couple turns.
Look at that. She said it was a good idea that I did a couple turns.
Yeah. It feels a little foreign.
All right, guys, the first thing that we're gonna do when it comes to getting into the park is finding a flat feature. You want a feature where you can ride on it, which does not require you to jump, hop, or do anything like that. You literally wanna get in your stance, so you're making sure that your shoulder, your hips, and your board are all pointed in the same direction, and then you simply look where you're going. So that's what I'm gonna have her do now, is get comfortable with this position. Once she's comfortable with that position, I'm gonna tell her to go into this feature. You want to make sure your speed's like kind of, I don't want you to go super fast into it. Make sure you're going at a speed that you're comfortable, that you can maintain your balance, and then like you feel good, right? Are you nervous?
Yeah, I've only done maybe three turns.
Well,
in 3 years.
So we're gonna go have her hike this 100 more times. No. So I'm gonna go down there. We're gonna film her very first box of the season. Are you ready for this?
Yep. All
right, let's get it. Nose up. Literally the first rail of the season, which meant she did 5 turns before ever doing that. I don't recommend that, guys. I recommend you doing about a couple runs before you just go right into the park. But she doesn't have a pass. We're utilizing the free park right here. All right, how'd it go?
I did it.
Yeah.
Sick.
Was it scary?
Slightly, but once you're on it, it's like, you're all right. As long as you're lined up with it, it's fine.
Perfect.
And you have no speed.
All right, so she's been killing it. I want to see her do a board slide. Now, me knowing Natalie, I know that she can board slide, so I'm gonna give her a couple of tips on how to do a board slide, and then you guys are gonna listen in so you guys can hear my tips. So, all right, the first thing I want you to do is you already know what the speed is, so you dialed that in. I wanna make sure that your lead shoulder, so you're a regular rider, your lead shoulder is pointed at the end of the rail. All you're gonna do is let your board and your hips rotate sideways, and then as you're getting close to the end, anticipate getting your board lined back up. So when you're in the air, you're gonna line your shoulders and your hip back up.
So I get my stuff back in line when I jump off the rail.
Yep, because you want to land with your shoulders, hips, and board all pointing in the same direction, so you're not twisted up and you're gonna crash.
Question.
Yes.
Do I jump off the rail or do I just slide off the rail?
I would recommend giving yourself just a tad bit of pop because you want to be active and intentional. If you're just falling off the rail, then you're falling off the rail very passive. So give yourself a nice little pop,
Okay.
you know, like a 10% pop so that you control what you're doing.
Okay.
There's actually a legit questions here.
Well, yeah, that's because I'm new.
All right, I'm gonna go film this, so check this out. Oh, coming in hot.
First off, I'm figuring out a couple things.
All right, what?
Okay, so first off, like that last one, I did too many like check turns, like, you know?
Okay.
So I need to just like start a certain distance and just point my board downhill,
Okay.
straight. And then I went kind of a little too fast into the second one and I felt rushed and then I leaned back and that's when I fell.
Yeah.
So is that what you're gonna say?
That's pretty much what I was gonna say, is being able to manage the speed on the second one specifically.
Yeah, yeah. You start to get ahead of yourself, you know?
Yeah. All right, so you guys just got to saw Natalie do a board slide on the small metal feature, and then she went into the second feature. So I got two pieces of feedback that I want to give you, and this can apply to you guys as well. So essentially on the first one, you're really exaggerating your hop out. Just think about making it simple. You're exaggerating, you're thinking about it too much. Just a little pop, make it smooth. So your key word is gonna be smooth. Now on the second one, you're getting into the board slide, but it's very not super sideways. And obviously it comes from going way too fast, being a little scared to fully commit. So what I want you to do is ride 50-50. So actually get on the box, get established on the box, and then turn your board sideways about halfway down the feature. I want to build her confidence for this feature and knowing that she can trust the board slide without just slipping off and falling every time. So if you go 50-50 to board slide, it's a nice way to trick your body and mind to like feel good. Sound good? What's pretty cool about this park is that there's not a lot of people here, so if you want to just work on your skills without a lot of people just bombing by, this is an awesome place to hike. Of course, on weekends, it's probably gonna get a little busy, but if you come here a little early, that's pretty nice because you'll have an empty park. It's a little firm and a little fast, but you know, it's always a trade-off. So starting off small with some basic 50-50s and then progressing your way in, it's gonna make your day like way more sick. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm working my way from the smaller features, just making sure that I'm feeling good, evaluating my body, and just seeing how I respond to it. So I started on the small feature, going to a little bit more of a techie feature. Next, I'm gonna hit a bigger feature, what you pointed at here, okay? So essentially with these kind of features, they're kind of like urban on or street style. Essentially you're coming in at a 30-degree angle, and if you were to land on top, you're just gonna fall off the side. But if you can hit the side of the feature, you're gonna help deflect that momentum down the rail instead of just over it. So that's what we're gonna do now. After I hit this feature, I'm gonna work my way across, testing out all the features, and then I'm gonna start trying some tricks. So get warmed up, feel good about it, and then move on. Cool. So I spent some time on this round feature. It's super cool because it's pretty forgiving. You know, if you fall off, you don't dial it perfectly, it's okay. It's not super high consequence. But I'm able to like do a couple tricks there, get warmed up, start feeling good, and then I'm gonna move on to something a little bit more technical. Now the next feature I'm gonna hit, instead of being a wide, big tube, it's now gonna be a bit more of a narrow tube, and then it's called a waterfall, so like drop, drop, drop. So I'm gonna go do that, but if I dial my body positions over here on these features, I can take them to something else and just keep those same thought processes in mind. A big thing that helps me and what I think about is keep my belly button directly on top of the feature. And I could do that for a board slide, a 180 on or or a 50-50. If my belly button's on top of it, I have a better chance of staying on it. If my belly button's off to either side, I'm gonna fall off. So let's keep moving on. We'll go check out some more features. Then we gotta go. All right guys, so we're here with Tom. He's actually part of Copper, and he's gonna give us a little bit of a tip about how to be more awesome in the parks.
Quick tip, start small, take it easy, build yourself up one step at a time, baby.
Woo! You heard that from Woodward themselves. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
All right guys, so as you notice there, that park is super dead. No one's actually there. And then when it comes to actual lift lines, it's pretty busy. So if you guys wanna go hike the park and have something super progressive, that hike park is 100% free and super awesome. And I wanna thank Natalie for letting me coach her throughout this thing. That was pretty fun. Did you have a good time?
I had a lot of fun.
Woo! All right guys, so if you guys wanna support the channel at all, I do have some Killing It stickers. Got a whole bunch right here. I also have some merch. So, and then I go live on every Tuesday at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. If you guys have any questions, you want me to answer them personally, check out the live stream on YouTube as well. All right guys, you're amazing. Let me know if you guys have anything to add down below. All right, we out.